What's up, everybody? It's Kelsey Brianna J, and today I want to do mini reviews on everything that I bought in Sephora in 2021. Yes, we're doing it! And I got this idea from none other than the beautiful Leah Janae. I saw her video and a light bulb just went off. I'm like, I have to do this idea because, oh my gosh, Sephora is doing another deal where you can get 20% off, and that applies to everybody's status. So whether you're an insider, if you're a VIB, or if you are a Rouge member, everybody gets 20% off. It is a one-time deal though. And I figured this will be the perfect video to just give an overview of everything that I bought from Sephora this year. So shout out to Leah Janae for this idea. I will link her video in the description box. And I just love the concept of mini reviews. I actually have another one planned for Vlogmas. It's not this concept. I did get this one from Leah Janae, but I did have another concept. So keep your eyes open for another mini review style video that I'm going to be doing. And if you all like these type videos, give it a thumbs up, okay? Give it a thumbs up because Vlogmas is not a joke. But I want to go ahead and dive into this video. Let's talk about all the things that I got from Sephora. And I want you all to keep in mind that I buy a lot of makeup from Sephora, but I don't buy everything from Sephora. So if I don't mention a product that you all know I purchased, I probably purchased it either directly from the retailer or from another makeup retailer. So let's keep that in mind. I'm gonna scoot over, insert pictures, and get this thing started. Enjoy. So on Sephora's app, there's a feature called Buy It Again. And this shows you everything that you bought during the year, both in store and online. So I scrolled all the way back as far as I possibly could, and it started me off on January 18th, 2021. Even though I'm sure I made a purchase before then, but I can't confirm it. I can neither confirm nor deny. You know, it's just speculation on my own behalf. I can't remember that far back. That seems like that was 15 years ago. But anyways, so the first thing that I see that I bought was the Rare Beauty Stay Vulnerable Melting Cream Blush, and I bought this in the color Nearly Apricot, and I really like this formulation. Cream blush exploded this past year, and everybody had their different variations, but I really liked this one because it lets you build up the color. It was very sun-kissed. I love an apricot. Those are my favorite type tones on the cheeks just because it matches the vibe of my makeup that I typically go for. And this formulation was really easy to work with. You can put it on top of your makeup. You can wear it underneath your makeup if you wanted to. But I loved how buildable it was, and it was not sticky. So I really liked it. Next is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Powder Foundation. I wear the shade 300 in the powder, and in the liquids 310 because the powder ran a little bit darker. Now, I liked this powder. It just wasn't a holy grail for me just because it was a little bit drier. And I have normal skin now. I used to have combination skin. Back in January, I would still say that I was still in the combination realm where my T-zone would get oilier. And that powder, I felt like it mattified me down a little bit too much for my liking. And I like a powder foundation on top of foundation. I'm not opposed to stacking the foundations. I like it. But that one was a little bit drier, and you can remedy that by spraying it with the setting spray to get a little bit of hydration going and melt it in a little bit. So I like it, but I didn't love it. I also bought the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Amplifying Eye Primer. Now, this was not a new product. I believe I bought this with the intention of using it for a video, and it's okay. It doesn't give me any additional intensity to the eye. So when I put it on and I put a shade on top of it, it doesn't just make it bling blow. But I do find that it does its job. It prevents creasing, but I felt like the formulation was a little bit thin, and I always wanted it to be a little bit either tackier or more opaque or something. But I do find it interesting that it says that it's available in store only. So what's that about? Because it definitely used to be available online too. More Fenty. This definitely had to have been for a video. I probably wanted to get some Fenty stuff to pair with the powder because the powder was new. And this one is the Fly Pencil Long Wear Pencil Eyeliner. I got the shade Cherry Punk. I think these are really cool. I'm a big fan of colored liners just because they give you that quick little pop of color right in the waterline if you want to. You can also use it on your top lid if you want to as well, but I just love that little peekaboo color. That's a little tip that I stole from my mom. And That's one of the only red eyeliners that is readily available, so I'm here for that. Next, I got the Laneige birthday gift Laneige set. Shout out to all of my Aquarius sis who start off the year right. I got my birthday gifts like right at the top of the year, and this one had like some water creams in there. I can't remember. It was cool. It's nothing that made me go out and buy the full set, but you know, I do appreciate the birthday gift because your girl likes to be recognized on her birthday. So, ooh, I made a big purchase February 9th. I bought a bunch of Westman Atelier stuff, okay? The Vitalstick foundation stick is amazing. It is so smooth. It gives you such a beautiful amount of coverage, and it makes my skin just look like baby doll skin. Love that formulation. The Westman Atelier Light Up Highlight Stick, I really like this product. It gives you a beautiful ethereal glow. It's not sticky, it's not gritty, it's blendable. Love that. Westman Atelier Face Trace Cream Contour Stick is bomb. If you like cream bronzers or cream contours, you need to try this because it blends out like silk. Love that. The Westman Atelier Eye Pods eyeshadows, I don't love these. I felt like they were a little bit drier, and I felt like they lacked pigmentation. So out of everything Westman Atelier makes, I would say this is my least favorite offering. Even though it's not bad, it's just for the price and for the pigmentation, you could do that same type look with something else. Also from Westman Atelier, I got the Beauty Butter Powder Bronzer. Love that bronzer. It's very beautiful. The compact is so heavy. That formulation blends out so beautifully, and I was crossing my fingers it did because it cost $75. I'm like, oh my gosh, this bronzer is so expensive. But I tried it, loved it, awesome bronzer. And the last thing that I got from Westman Atelier in this order is the Baby Cheeks Blush Stick in the shade Chouchette. And man, was I impressed with that formulation and the way that it blended. So overall, I had a really positive experience with Westman Atelier, and I was glad that I dived in. I loved it. So the only non-Westman Atelier products that I got during this order was the Marc Jacobs Beauty Extra Shot Caffeine Concealer and Foundation. And I feel like we all know the fate of this product. It just wasn't good, and it was weird because I don't know who came up with the concept to put caffeine in foundation or concealer. I mean, I could kind of see where they were going with it, but in theory it really wasn't that great of an idea, and the formulation wasn't that great. It ended up getting marked down almost immediately, okay? If you waited a few weeks, you could have got it on sale, and then on top of that, it's now discontinued. Plus, I don't know the fate of Marc Jacobs Beauty. I don't know what they're doing, what they got going on over there. I'm really sad if they're leaving the beauty game, but that last launch wasn't anything to write home about. Gotta be real. Then I didn't buy anything else until March 9th. That's almost a full month. Are y'all proud or what? I don't know if I didn't buy any other makeup, but I didn't buy any other makeup from Sephora. So March 9th, I bought the Tatcha, the Silk Powder Protective Setting Powder. I like this powder, but it was a little bit drier, so it's not something that I reach for. I definitely only used it underneath my eyes, and I had to use it with the sponge, so it kind of melted it in. So there was that. So liked, didn't love. And then I purchased during this order the Givenchy Prismey Libre Skincare and Glow Foundation, which this foundation was not my fave because it really didn't give me a lot of coverage. Plus, I never could find the perfect shade. I actually reviewed this foundation around the time that it came out, but then I just posted my review online. I don't even know, like maybe a few weeks ago. So it took me a while to edit it just because I wasn't that excited about it. I don't know, it didn't tickle my pickle. So March 11th, so it's getting a little bit closer. I bought the Kosas Cloud Set Baked Setting and Smoothing Talc Free Vegan Powder. Woo, these names. I love that powder. It warrants the long name. I love the concept of it. The Cloud Set Powder is the perfect name because it puts you in the mind frame of pouncing a cloud all over your face, and it gives you the softest, prettiest finish. Love that powder. I have the shade Pillowy, by the way. I love the names. They're so cute. Amazing product. And in this order, I also grabbed the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Free Styling Wax, which I really like this product as well. I don't use it all the time just because it truly freezes, okay? It was like a Squid Games freeze, you know what I'm saying? Like if you didn't freeze, you know the consequences. Because when you put this on your brows were not moving. They were stiff as a board. So I like that if I want that type of effect. However, it was a little bit harsh if you're not going for that super defined brow look. But it did its job. March 26th, I grabbed the Merit, the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Foundation and Concealer Stick, and I liked it, but it was a little bit drier. Plus the stick was smaller because it functioned as both a foundation and a concealer. So for me, I just felt like I was putting on this foundation for forever because it was very sheer. So it's not something that I would reach for all the time. I felt like it was a great quality product. However, I prefer it as a concealer as opposed to a foundation, just because if I were to use this as a foundation all the time, I felt like I would run through it a little bit more. So it's best to treat that more so like as a spot treatment versus an all over foundation, just because it doesn't give you that coverage and it's smaller. And then I grabbed the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint, and I remember liking this, but I'm gonna be honest, I have not picked that up since then, and that's because of two things. Number one, with Fenty Beauty, the colors tend to change on me. So whatever works for me back in March likely isn't going to work for me now, just because my skin drastically changes shades depending on what season I'm in. And then two, skin tints just don't give me the coverage. And on average, I like coverage, and I like to be able to control my coverage. So if I'm using a skin tint, sometimes it's just going to give me a little tint when sometimes I want some paint. You know what I'm saying? So just know when you want a tint, know when you want some paint. I almost always want paint. Which leads me to my March 29th purchase, which is the KVD Beauty Good Apple Skin Perfecting Hydrating Foundation Balm, which I had the hardest time finding. I had to call around to every Ulta in the city. I called to every Sephora in the city, but it seems like Ulta had the exclusivity on this drop first, but it went viral on TikTok, and that's what caused me to take notice. And so I was trying to get it. It took forever. Sephora finally came through and I got it online, so I was happy about that, and I ended up loving it so much so that I already went through one and I purchased another one during the Sephora event because it is so beautiful. You don't need a lot. It gives you beautiful coverage, but you can't go overboard with it, which is why I think a lot of people don't tend to love it. But I love it because if you go in with a little bit and you shear it out, you can control how much coverage you have. And I like to be the one to determine how I want my makeup to look. So I love the versatility of that. It's amazing. Ooh, I remember this. March 31st, I bought the Huda Beauty Brown Obsessions eyeshadow palettes. And I spent like 3 hours filming this video, which never made it to see the light of day, which hurts me. Okay, these are content creator problems. I'm trying to tell you about them. Y'all might not know, but it's some things that go down behind the scenes. But anyways, so I spent like 3 hours filming this video where I talked about these palettes. I talked about some other Huda Beauty products. I went all in. It was such a great video. I had 3 different looks, and guess what happened? The SIM card went corrupt. Ooh, and I lost like 4 videos, and y'all know I go in on my videos, so anytime I have to redo a video, it takes a little piece out of me. It does. That was really hard to swallow, that I lost that video, and I just didn't have it in me to do it again. So that video never made it, but let's talk about them now. They were okay, you know. I always feel the same way for the most part about the Obsessions palettes. I feel like they are good, fast makeup. So the equivalent of fast fashion, like a Forever 21, fast makeup is makeup that is curated fast so you can participate in a trend. It's not something that's going to be a staple in your collection. And I felt like these were good for the price. They're $29. I feel like this price is creeping up a little bit. I believe they were like $25. I don't know. Maybe they were $29 from the beginning. I don't remember. But I like them. I don't love them. Not all of the shades in each palette are gonna be hits. It just comes with the territory because they're inexpensive. They give you a little bit of wiggle room to play with certain shades that you might not have in your collection, or to give you a compact that's easy to travel with. So I like them, but I have not thought twice about them since then. April 2nd, the Patrick Ta Major Sculpt Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. I really like this product. I got the shade She's Sculpted, and I like the fact that you can layer it and build up the intensity. And overall, I think Patrick Ta is doing a great job with bringing artistry-driven brands. So he brings that vision over to consumers who aren't makeup artists, and it challenges you to play and to sculpt and to create high level makeup artistry. So I love that about him. His products are really easy to use, but they give you such a level of sophistication that it makes you feel like you are mastering makeup. So I love that so much about his brand. Guerlain came out with a new bronzer, but to me it was the same bronzer that had always been around. I couldn't really tell a difference. This one is the Terracotta Sun-Kissed Natural Bronzer Powder, and I can't remember if this is the one that was matte. No, this is the one that was regular, and I couldn't tell the difference between this one and my regular Guerlain Terracotta bronzer that I use. So I love it. It's definitely one of my favorite bronzers that I have in my entire collection. April 8th, I went back for more Westman Atelier because at this point I was hooked. So I grabbed the super loaded tinted cream highlighter and fell in love with it. I actually need to get it out of the boxes because I have it packed away, but I love that highlighter. It is so glassy. It is so beautiful. It's not super reflective like a traditional 2015 highlighter would be. It's just soft and glowy, and it makes your skin look like a teenage dream. I love that highlighter. It's so nice. The Gucci Stylo Contour, I grabbed that one. This one is in the shade Amethyst. I don't love it. I felt like it was dry, and I've broken my pencil several times, so I wouldn't purchase another one. It doesn't have a glide to it like that, so to me it's a little bit irritating. Plus I got the shade Purple, so with that type of shade it just needs to be a one and done. I don't need to be going back and forth several times, irritating my eyes, because purple can be a known irritant, so it needs to be a smooth operator, and I just didn't feel like it was. I love slip. I talk about this all the time whenever I talk about it, but I feel like I need to talk about it some more because y'all need some slip scrunchies, because these scrunchies are going to save your hair. If you're a person who is into hair health, then you need to get some slip scrunchies because they are very gentle on the crown, so you're not creating breakage. So I love them, and in this order I grabbed the small slip silk scrunchie pack. I also grabbed a few of the Gucci Rouge de Bote Brilliant Glow and Care Shine lipsticks. Love these. These are so beautiful. I love the sheen that they give, and they feel so comfortable. I grabbed Emmy Petal, Julie Blush, Peggy Taupe, and Lynette Stone. Beautiful formulation. I love Gucci's lips. I grabbed a Gucci powder because I have been wanting another shade. I grabbed the shade 05. I actually have already filmed my full face of Gucci, and I promise you it's coming. So I'll talk more about that powder in there, but I love it. Love it. This was also one of the last times that I was able to grab the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Eye Crayon Eyeliners, because I don't know what's going on with Marc Jacobs, but they marked them down super low. So I grabbed the shades Out of the Blue and Whirlpool. I love these. The only thing that I have a gripe about with these is that they dry out, and so once I get to about either the midpoint or a little bit below the midpoint, it does start to get a little bit drier. But other than that, the shades are beautiful. The glide is beautiful when they are new, so maybe that's why they got discontinued. Maybe a lot of people complained about it, but I love those. They were so easy on my eyes. Not sensitive eyes, so I miss them. Bring them back. Bring them back and make it to where the pencil can stay hydrated all the way through. I fell in love with the Kaja Gloss Shot Hydrating Lip Glosses, so I grabbed 03 Honey Drizzle, 02 Milk Tea, which might I add, those are my two go-to lip glosses. Those are truly some of my holy grails. Oh my gosh, such a good formulation. And then I grabbed Crystal Clear, which I like too. I don't wear clear all the time. I like a little bit of tint to my gloss, just a little bit. I love that formulation. I grabbed another shade of the Gucci foundation because the shade that I originally had, 330, was too dark. So 310, love it. I actually think I could wear 300 at this point because 310 was perfect back then. And I feel like right now I need like a good 305. So I might have to get another shade, but I love that foundation. It is so nice and smooth. I think this brand is pronounced Say. I don't know. The Dupe Blush Liquid Cheek Blush, I grabbed the shade Poppy. I like it. However, I don't just reach for it all the time, but I do remember liking it, and it gave me a really nice flush to the cheeks. The Melt Cosmetics Cream Blush Light. Love this formulation. It is a little bit stickier, so I had to set it down with a little bit of powder just so I didn't feel it on the cheeks. But aside from that, I love the poppiness of the shades. All the shades that they launched were shades that I would regularly reach for, so I loved it. And the formulation was really easy to blend out. Me and Gucci had a love affair, so I grabbed the Gucci Crayon Contour Lip Liner in the shade Miel. That one is a little bit more orange, and it's a traditional pencil lip liner, but it's not soft. So I would say to that, it's okay, but I feel like you can get a lip liner of the same quality from the drugstore, because the drugstore has definitely stepped it up. So I like that pencil, but I don't think it's necessarily worth it. April 9th. So I wanted to get a new Tatcha the Silk Canvas Protective Primer because I really like this product. And if I'm using primer, I want to see the effects. And with this primer, I feel like it smooths out the skin and it gives me a really pretty satin finish. However, I was like, I need a new one. Have I even finished the one before I got the new one? Nope, I just knew I was about to run out. So I needed a new one. Girl, I did not need a new one. Ooh, we still in April 9th at that. Okay, so I grabbed the Day Prickly Pear Hair Oil and I don't love it. It gives me a glossy effect, but it does weigh down the hair just a little bit. So it's not a product that I feel like does a lot in terms of nourishment to the hair, but it does give me a glossy shine. So if I'm wearing a ponytail or a slick down, then I will use that. But once I'm done using it, I don't necessarily feel like I need to have it again. I bought another shade of the KVD Good Apple Skin Perfecting Hydrating Foundation Balm because the shade that I had was my perfect match. So I wanted to get another shade for the center of my face just to highlight a little bit. So I grabbed 057. I already have professed my love for that one. The Huda Beauty #Faux Filter Skin Finish Buildable Coverage Foundation Stick. Now, I wanted to get another shade of this because I like this foundation stick. I actually used it today and I didn't even know I was going to talk about it. But I like this foundation stick because it's quick, full coverage, and it's blendable. It's fragrance free. I love it. It's a really nice, quick and easy foundation stick to use and get a flawless face. Love that. April 10th, I grabbed a Tower 28 Shine On Jelly Lip Gloss in the shade Chill. Again, I grabbed this for a video that I haven't done yet. I still need to do that video. Still locked in my head. I gotta do it. Anyways, love Tower 28's lip glosses, by the way. Ooh, also in this order, this is when I got the Dyson Airwrap Styler. And that was really an exciting moment for me because I'm such a Dyson girl. I wanted to try the Airwrap just because it has so many different functions and I really like it. I feel like it gives your hair a break from so much heat, but it still gives you that versatility to style it. So you can blow dry it straight. It has different attachments, so if you want to curl it, you can. But if I want to give my hair a little break, like say for instance today, it's somewhat straight, but it has a little bit of volume to it, then I'll go for that. April 11th. Okay, so I know that this was during the Sephora VIB event because I was going in. Okay, I grabbed the Turn Up the Base Versatile Powder Foundation by One Size. Hands down, one of my favorite purchases all year. I love that powder. It is powder silk. It makes your skin look so smooth. The only reason why I didn't use it right now is because it's probably in my purse somewhere, but I need to have multiples of that because that one is one of my new holy grail products. I love it. Ooh, I bought the Tom Ford Soleil Sunlust Lip Gloss, and I love this one because it has such a pretty shift to it. Plus, y'all know I'm a Tom Ford girl through and through. Even though Tom Ford I think is going through a transitionary period, Tom Ford still is that brand. Let's not play. Next, I got some Orbe hair care, same order. I got the shampoo for Moisture and Control, which I really like and I still use. And I got the Moisture and Control Deep Treatment Hair Mask. I love a hair mask just because my hair is a little bit drier. And then I got the Orbe Royal Blowout Heat Styling Spray. The styling spray I really like. So it's really gonna protect your hair and it adds some oils to it. So it weighs my hair down just a little bit. Not so much to where I feel like I need to go wash it again. But if the goal is to have really voluminous hair, then I might not use that because it is so nourishing. But it does protect the hair and my hair feels a lot better when I use it versus when I don't. It prevents you from getting that crunchy feel after blow drying your hair that nobody likes. Child, I just had to apply some more lip gloss because I'm doing a lot of talking and I'm just in April. On April 12th, I bought the Guerlain Kiss Kiss Shine Bloom Lipstick Balm in the shade 109 Lily Caress. It was too fragrant. I did not like this product because it felt like I was eating it and I tasted it. And while it smelled good, it didn't smell like food. So it felt like I was just eating perfume. Plus, I just felt like the formulation did not last and it created those lines. So I didn't love this and I was so sad because I thought I was going to. But I was so glad that I didn't buy a lot because I almost bought like 5. So I was happy about that. And then I grabbed the Dyson Airwrap Small Smoothing Brush Attachment, which I'm so glad that I did because it let me get more control over the front of my hair. Because the attachments that come with the Airwrap are larger, which is fine for the middle of my head, which is a little bit longer. In the back, I can cover more ground. But at the top, I wanted something something that was a little bit smaller that I can get right up on the roots. So I felt like that was necessary, and I'm glad that I purchased it because the larger attachment doesn't give me that sleekness because it can't get close up because it's too big. The smaller the tools that you use, the better detail you're able to achieve. Same thing with makeup and makeup brushes. April 21st, baby, every day I was going in April, it seems like. I bought another one of the La Mer, the cleansing foam. Love this cleanser. I love how luxurious it feels on the face. It gives you such a nice foamy feel, and I love the way it leaves my skin feeling. So I'm a fan of La Mer, and that cleansing foam is one of my go-to cleansers that I use on a daily basis. I'm telling y'all, Westman Atelier has a hold on me. I bought more of the Baby Cheeks blush sticks. So in this order, I purchased Minette, which is a luminous peach. Love that. And I ordered Dodo, which is a warm rose. Love that too. If I'm gonna do rose, I prefer a warmish rose shade like that because it just looks like my cheeks are pinched, kind of like the color that I have on my cheeks today. Love it. And then I grabbed some Charlotte Tilbury wands. So this one is the Hollywood Contour Wand. I really like this. This product stays out of stock all the time, but it gives you such a beautiful, soft contoured finish. Y'all know Charlotte Tilbury is gonna give you subtle glam. Love that. And then I got a highlighter wand in the shade Peach Gasm. Whew, it's so good. I love, 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 love those wands. I want to see her come out with even more wands in 2022 just because those are so amazing. May 11th, I grabbed the Bright Fix Eye Brightener Concealer from Fenty Beauty. It's okay. It's okay. I felt like it was a little bit thin and it didn't give me a whole lot of brightness, but it did a decent job at it. I didn't walk away feeling like a brand new person. You know, when I looked in the mirror, I saw a little bit of brightness, but you know, it was cool. It was cool. Ooh, May 21st, I was able to get some of the Pat McGrath blushes in store before my order came. So I just jumped at that opportunity and I added them in a video because I wanted to get my video up kind of first-ish for y'all. So I did that. I bought the same blushes twice. Y'all's favorite content creators be doing a lot. I'm just saying. But I love those blushes. That launch was definitely a highlight in makeup in 2021. Love them. May 22nd, I grabbed another one size powder because I just wanted to have all the one size powders at this point because I was so here for them. And then I grabbed the Kosas Revealer Super Creamy Plus Brightening Concealer and Daytime Eye Cream. I love Kosas. Oh my gosh, they have so many amazing products. That concealer was one of them. It brightens me up. It was smooth. I loved it. Loved it. May 24th, I got a Westman Atelier Squeaky Clean Liquid Lip Balm in the shade Nunu. Oh my gosh, it feels so nice and luscious on the lips. It feels like an oil, but it has a little bit of a gel-like consistency. It's just nice. Plus that packaging is just gorgeous. I grabbed the NARS Orgasm on the Beach Cheek Palette. So good. I love NARS's cheek palettes. Every time they come out with them, I pretty much get them because I just love to collect them. I love the design of them. I love the versatility of the shades. I just think they're overall some of my favorite cheek palettes that come out. So I love that one. June 2nd, okay, I got the Way St. Bart's Scalp and Body Scrub, which I really, really like that Scalp and Body Scrub. It's not even on the website anymore. I guess it was limited edition. It says it cannot be shipped to the United States. What's that about? But I loved it. It gave me a feel of a tropical destination, and I need to have that escape when I'm in the shower, so I'm down for it. I grabbed a Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Blush Stick. I really like this, but it's okay in comparison to other people's cream blushes because it is just a touch drier. But if I didn't have so many to compare it to, and that was one of the only ones that was on the market, I would say it was really nice. But since it's so much competition, child, you can kind of be a little bit more particular, and I will say it is a little bit drier in comparison to some others. The NARS Radiant Creamy Liquid Color Corrector. I'm not in love with it. I got the shade medium. To me, it was a little bit too sheer. I'm looking for something to color correct and cancel out darkness, and I felt like because it was so sheer, it barely did it. So I think that they're trying to lean towards sheer color correctors, just in general, not just NARS, to lend to the trend of some of these skin tints coming out. But to me, if you're gonna color correct, it's like, let's color correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always can get a color corrector that has a little bit more coverage and put it on on less versus having a sheer one that doesn't really properly color correct. It was just okay. I grabbed a One Size Mini Ultimate Blurring Setting Powder. This one is the loose powder from One Size, and I liked it, but it was a little bit drier, so you do have to be careful with not applying a lot. If I had to choose between the pressed One Size powder or the loose one, it's the pressed one all day, because I love a tinted powder that's gonna give you a soft finish, and that one is what the pressed one does. The loose one's cool, but you can't even compare them. You can't even compare them. Huda Beauty's Glow Wish Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder was a nice bronzer, but it was a little bit drier. But I do appreciate the effort of her coming out with multiple shades of a radiance bronzer product. So I liked it, but if I had to compare it to what I think that she was emulating the product, you know, on, which is the Hourglass bronzer, I would say the Hourglass bronzer just is formulated better. But what I do appreciate that Huda did was come through and give us multiple shades and expand and go a little bit deeper. So I'm gonna give her kudos for that. But that powder is just a little bit grittier. But I do like it. I like it. But it wasn't a love, especially that packaging. And then I grabbed also by Huda the Glow Wish Multi-Dew Vegan Skin Tint Foundation, which this one had a lot of coverage for it to be a skin tint. I actually liked it, not to wear by itself, but as a mixer, to mix that into foundations that are a little bit drier that you may not love. That product can give you something. It can do some things, especially if you got dry skin. Don't dismiss it. Just don't think of it as a regular foundation, because that can be a lot, because it's very glowy, especially if you have oily skin. But if you think of it as like a highlighter slash foundation or as a glowy mixing medium, then I think you'll like that product. June 3rd, Patrick Ta had a launch, and I fell head over heels for the Major Dimension Precision Gel Eyeliners. And I didn't even know I was going to, but I did. I grabbed cream and then I grabbed black. Love these eyeliners, some of my new holy grails. And then I grabbed the Major Dimension eyeshadow palette, which is out of stock to this day. That thing goes in and out of stock all the time. And I love that palette. It's so pretty. Like I said, Patrick Ta does such a great job at implementing artistic values into a brand that's sold in Sephora, and it is so popular. Kudos to him. June 10th, I grabbed another Patrick Ta Major Dimension Precision Gel Eyeliner in the shade Rich Brown, because like I said, I tried the two and I was like, oh, I got to go get the brown one. And then I grabbed the Tarte C Hydro Flex Serum Foundation, which that foundation was so nice. I didn't expect it. I just thought it was going to be like a whatever kind of skin tint, but I ended up really, really loving it. So I was really happy about that purchase. And then I grabbed the Artist Couture Supreme Bronze Eyeshadow and Pressed Pigment Palette. And it's nothing wrong with this palette, okay? It's just that I think this color story is just a little bit dated. It's kind of giving me 2012. And that's no shade to the brand, because I do love Artist Couture. And I respect the fact that each brand has the opportunity to be able to come out with whatever color story that they want to have. And for Artist Couture, they might not have had a warm brown eyeshadow palette. So I'm cool with that. But did I need to have that in my collection? No. I bought that because y'all were asking me for it. So I bought it and did a video. That's what that was. July 19th, baby. I bought some things. Okay, so I bought the Lancome Tint Adult Ultra Wear All Over Full Coverage Concealer. I did not like this concealer like that. It was just okay. I thought it was too dry, and it didn't give me enough coverage for it to feel as thick as it did. And then I grabbed another Gucci product. This one is the Stylo Eyebrow Pencil, and I really like this one. I love the angle of it, and like I said, I love to be able to just create that sharpness with the brows, so I really like that one. The Anastasia Stick Cream Blush in Peachy Keen. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Anastasia did such a great job with so many products this year. Oh my gosh, I love that. The Natasha Denona Puff Paint Liquid Blushes. I like them, but I felt like they were a little bit thin and they disrupted my makeup underneath a little bit, okay? So I had to go in with a light hand and blend softly. When you did that, you were able to get a nice wash of color, but it's a little finicky for me. So I'm gonna say I liked it, but it wasn't like, you know, something I reach for all the time. I also broke down and I grabbed the Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 5, which I wasn't gonna get it. I was kind of going back and forth because I already know that I don't use the other ones that I have from her. I have all the other ones, and I don't even reach for them because they're so big. I was storing them in my makeup dungeon. More on the makeup dungeon later. We'll talk more about that in another video. But I was storing it in my makeup dungeon and I never reached for it. So I knew that I didn't really need the Volume 5, but that purple just kept calling my name. So I bought it, and I like it. I don't regret it. No regrets. The Patrick Ta Major Brow Lamination Gel. Now, I like this, but I don't love it. This is one of the only products from Patrick Ta that I've tried that I don't just absolutely love, because it kind of feels like glue, and then when I take it out, it's like strings of products follow it. But it gels down your brows, but not so much so where your brows are locked down like clink clink. They have a little bit more movement with this brow product. So for me, I like it, but I don't reach for it all the time. Okay, so this is when Natasha Denona started killing the eyeliner game. I bought the Microblade liquid eyeliner and I was in love. It is so black. It is so crisp. I love the applicator. It's just a bomb eyeliner formulation all the way around. I grabbed 2 of the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize cream eyeshadows just because I collect them. So I just wanted to have them in my collection. So I grabbed Walk of No Shame, and that one is gorgeous. And I grabbed Pillow Talk just because I just wanted to have all of them, because I'm like, okay, at this point, I have all of the ones that are available right now. So let me just go ahead and get Pillow Talk. Let me just add it to the collection, even though y'all know I am not here for pink like that. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Bronzer, I really liked it. It blended out really nicely, and it's a product that I will reach for if it's in my reach. But am I gonna go looking for it? No, I'm not, because I have it packed up and I haven't gone looking for it yet. But I do like it when I use it. So that's saying something. Ooh, Westman Atelier, baby. I got another Baby Cheeks blush. At this point, I think I only just need one more to complete my collection. But I got the shade Papette. And I had to have it because Glam Girl Chelsea had it on her cheeks. And I was like, oh my gosh, your cheeks look so radiant and popping. What is on your cheeks? And it was Papette. Had to have it. So July 23rd, I grabbed the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer, and this concealer was cool. It was a little bit thicker, and the shade that I originally got, medium 3, was a little bit too light for me. I just could not find a shade match. So I went with that one because I felt like that was the best match, but honey, it was just very much so 2014 highlighting with the V with the concealer. So I wasn't in love with the color, but formulation wise it was cool. It blended out nicely, but I just needed a very little bit. The Bite Beauty Power Move Hydrating Soft Matte Lipstick, I did not really like this lipstick formulation because I felt like it was very matte, but it didn't give me the same pigmentation that the original Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipsticks did. I just love those lipsticks, and with this new launch, it just broke my heart because I loved the Amuse Bouche lipsticks so much that these to me just were kind of in their shadow. They're not bad lipsticks. It's just once you have that level of greatness, for these, they were just a little bit too dry. August 7th, okay? Natasha Denona dropped a collection and I grabbed her Work and Set Gel Eyeliner, which I ended up loving. I grabbed the shade Nude. I'm so happy to see more companies coming out with neutral eyeliners because I love that look. That one is so good, so creamy. Love that. And then I grabbed her Mini Xenon eyeshadow palette, which that one was cool. It's like you always need like a little smoky eye palette, and I felt like that one performed very well. It wasn't anything that was super original in my collection, but you know, it did its job and I liked it. And then I grabbed the Microtech Eyeliner Crayon, and that's when I knew that Natasha Denona is pretty much the reigning queen of eyeliners at this point, because that eyeliner was bomb, the liquid eyeliner is bomb, and the cream eyeliner is bomb. Honey, my mom always said good things come in threes. If y'all know what movie that's from, you're gonna be the #1 cowbell ever, if you know. But anyways, August 9th, I had to go back and get that black eyeliner because I was just blown away. I was blown away by the nude, so I had to have the black one. And then I grabbed the NARS Climax Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner, and I did not like this. Oh my gosh, it was not pigmented. And it was a weird formula. It was like, it was dry. But then when you got it going, it ran too much and you couldn't control it. The black was a little bit of a watery black, so it didn't give you that bam pigmentation that I'm looking for. And it was kind of irritating to my eyes. August 30th, I bought another One Size powder just because I wanted to have one in my purse. I told y'all I was obsessed with that powder all year. And then I grabbed a Power Matte Lip Pigment by NARS in the shade Dragon Girl. And I love that. I love that shade. That color is really pretty. It's very poppy. It's fun. On September 9th, I grabbed another shade of the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer, and I think this one was the one, and it gave me a little bit more of a neutral golden look, which is what I'm looking for, and I enjoyed the way it looked a lot better. Again, it's a full coverage concealer, so you only need a little bit. So for days when I'm looking for that, I will reach for it, and I do like it. And then I grabbed the Too Faced Pomade and a Pencil Eyebrow Shaper and Filler, and I loved that one too. The name of that product describes it exactly how it is, and I love that. It is a pomade and a pencil. It glides on, but it's not too waxy. I just love the finish of it. That is a surprise hit for me. September 10th, Fashion Fair made its way back. Y'all, was so hype. I drove 45 minutes to go get some Fashion Fair because it was only available at one Sephora 45 minutes away from my house. I grabbed the Cream to Powder Skin Foundation in Stormy Sand. Love that. It gives you a really pretty cream to powder finish, and to me that finish is unlike anything else. It's very velvety and it gives you full coverage without it looking like full coverage, so it's really pretty. I love that. And then I grabbed the Fashion Fair Skin Flex Stick Foundation, which that is a product that I use all the time. I love stick foundations. It gives you such a beautiful amount. It gives you such a beautiful application. You don't have to do a lot and it's just smooth. So I love that product. And then I grabbed the Anastasia Magic Touch Concealer in the shade number 11. That one is a really bomb concealer. So you can put on a little bit and get that nice medium amount of coverage. It's beautiful. Or you can build it up and it's so nice and smooth. So that was September 10th. Y'all, she did not place an order again until October 10th. Okay. I had a little drought there because I definitely did the most in April. But anyways, so October 10th, I bought the Givenchy limited edition Prismey Libre highlighter. And I love that highlighter. It's so smooth, it's so pretty and radiant. It has the mix, so you can mix it together or keep it separate. I recommend you to mix it together because it makes that highlighter more unique. October 11th, that was quick. I went from not ordering anything for a month to placing 2 orders in the span of a day. So the Beauty Blender Single Scoop Blend and Store Beauty Blender, I loved it. I thought it was so cute. It had a little ice cream cone at the bottom, and then the Beauty Blender was perched right on top. It was a regular Beauty Blender, but it was the decoration and the festiveness of it all for me. I thought it was just adorable. The Gucci Palette Bote. Y'all, I'm not even gonna try to butcher this, but anyways, the Gucci eyeshadow palette. I was gonna try it, but then I was like, nope, I'm not. So this palette, I think I liked the design of it a lot more than I liked the eyeshadow quality, because the eyeshadow quality to me was just a little bit sheer, and while it was pretty and I was able to work it, it's not something that I'm just gonna think about and reach for when I want to do any type of eyeshadow look. I would have to make an effort to remember to use that Gucci eyeshadow palette, but that's not to say that I don't enjoy having it in my collection, because I think the packaging is pretty, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. I used to be ashamed to admit that, like, I just want it because the packaging is pretty. And while that's not for everybody, I'm a makeup collector in addition to being a makeup artist and beauty influencer, okay? So sometimes I just want something because it's cute, and that's one of those things. Anyways, moving on. We have the NARS High Profile Cheek Palette. I really like this palette. It is a gelée type formulation, so with that, you do have to use a brush that's a little bit more rough with it. Not real rough. You don't want to tear up your blush palette, but you need something that's going to be able to pick it up. And if you have that, then I think you'll enjoy it, because I do. I love it. The design of it is just so fun and so pretty, and it's something a little bit funky to have in your collection. So it's a collector's item, but I also really enjoy the blushes and the tones in there too. So like I said, I'm a big fan of NARS's blush palettes. The Huda Beauty Glow Wish Pressed Powder. I liked it, but it was a little bit glowier than I wanted it to be all over the face. So I would just use it in the center of my face, if anything. If you have oily skin, baby, steer clear. Steer clear. It's gonna have you looking like the people off Twilight. Don't do it. But if you have normal skin or even dry skin, I think that that would be something that would interest you, because it adds a little bit of radiance there. I did, however, like the Glow Wish Cheeky Vegan Blush Powders. Those are really pretty and radiant. The whole theme of the Glow Wish line is to wish that you look glowy. So your wish has been granted. Everything is glowy. So if you use everything all together, baby, you're gonna be glowing something serious. But if you use these products, you know, maybe just use the blushes one day, or maybe use the foundation one day, then I think you'll find more success than just using everything all together, because it's real glowy. Real glowy. Patrick Ta's Major Headlines Blush Palette, one of the most popular launches this year. I really like it. I felt like the colors were fun, and I like the way they look on the cheeks. So I would say grab that if you see it in store, because I think there's a range there for everybody, and the colors are so complimentary. And I like that formula too. Good job, Patrick Ta. November 4th, okay, we're getting into the fall VIB event. So I ordered the 19-69 Libre Barbs Eau de Parfum. I didn't get that. Y'all remember? They sent me another one. But anyways, I'm still interested in it. And I think now that the tester set for 19-69 is back in stock, where you can test out a few of their different scents, I'm going to get that first and then decide if I want to get this new scent. And then I grabbed the One Size by Patrick Starr On Till Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. And I like that. But when I say I spray it on and I have to hold my breath because it is very intense with the way that it smells. It smells medicinal, okay? And it's strong. But when I say, when you spray that on, your makeup's not going anywhere, it's not going anywhere. It does its job for sure. But would I use it all the time? It's too strong. November 5th. I got a Gucci nail polish in the shade Dorothy Turquoise. I like it. It's a little bit thicker though. If you apply it too heavily, it's gonna chip off. Like to the point where you could just kind of go like this, do one of these numbers, and peel it off. So it's not one of those formulations. To me, that's very long lasting just because it's so thick. And I go in with the base coat, the nail polish, and the top coat, and to me it's just a little bit thick, but it's cool. I grabbed a Gucci lipstick, of course. This one is in the shade A Royal Scandal. Now, I have not actually used this particular lipstick, but I can just go ahead and tell you, Gucci lipsticks are bomb. So whether or not you like this particular color, try out some Gucci lipsticks. I bought an ABH Norbina Chroma Sticks makeup pencil, and I actually used it today. I grabbed the shade Violet, and I don't love this because it's dry, so it does take a while to get it warmed up. I don't know if you all can see that. You see a little faint swatch back here. You got to kind of go in and warm it up first and then put it on your eye. And I mean, if I'm doing all that, honey, then I don't know that it's the best, but I do like it once you get it going. But I don't like that you got to do all that, so I wouldn't recommend buying it. I grabbed the last and final Patrick Ta Major Dimension Precision Gel Eyeliner that I didn't have. I did not have Deep Bronze. I feel like I've expressed how much I love that pencil by now, so yes. And then I grabbed the Guerlain Lingerie Depot Natural Foundation, and I like it, but to me it needs a little bit more coverage. And if it had a little bit more coverage, I would like it more because the finish of it is really pretty. But I will say that it's heavily fragranced, and I say that all the time with Guerlain products. But if you do not like perfume in your makeup, then stay away from Guerlain, because that is what they're known for. One of my kettlebells actually told me that they started out as a fragrance house. That just makes so much sense because they put fragrance in everything. So with that being said, if that bothers you, it's almost like you're spraying perfume right in your face when you put it on. But it doesn't bother me because I like the scent. It's actually really enjoyable. But foundation wise, I think that shade is a little bit light. There's no in between shades. I would have preferred to have 045 in instead of 04 in. I can make it work right now in the winter time, but as soon as spring creeps up, I'm talking about March 1st probably, this foundation is not gonna work for me. It's gonna be too light. Ooh, okay, so this is the last order that I made, and it was on November 17th. Okay, I grabbed the Big Buffing Bronzer Brush. Haven't used it, so sorry, I gotta skip that one, but I did grab that one. And then I grabbed the Tower 28 Sunny Days SPF 30 Tinted Sunscreen Foundation. I got the shade 40 Runyon. I don't love this because it doesn't give a whole lot of coverage, but it still feels a little bit heavy on the skin. Plus the wearability of it, it's just okay. You know, I put it on and then a few hours later, I kind of see where it may not be in a certain area on my face, and that's not even with the mask situation included. So it's okay for light day-to-day usage, but if I were putting it on at 8 a.m. and expecting it to last until 8 p.m., I don't think that would be a foundation that would be a strong contender. And then I grabbed another Givenchy foundation because I wanted to try out another shade. I was for certain that the shade in 312 would be my perfect match, but alas, it was not. It was too light, and the shade that I got before was too dark. So then I went to the store, tried to match it out. There's no shade in that range for me, so I'm just gonna hang it up flat screen. I'm done with that one. And then I got two fragrance sets. So I got the Holiday Cologne Sampler Set. I get that for my granddad. They love going through and smelling those testers and then picking out a fragrance to go get at the end. And then I grabbed the Deluxe Coffret Perfume Sampler Set for my grandma. Like, that's a whole experience. They just like to sit there and spray. They're like, and then like we have a whole rating system. Y'all, we take it so seriously. It's so fun. Okay, my kettlebells. So that was everything that I purchased from Sephora this year. And as you all can see, I felt like I did a lot, but not really, especially in comparison to previous years, because I personally felt like there wasn't that many makeup launches this year. And I don't know if that's because of the aftermath of 2020 or what, but I just felt like there wasn't that much to buy, which leads me to believe that 2022 is going to be a banger year for makeup, and that is what I am hoping for. But that's not to say that I didn't enjoy my purchases this year. And as you all can see, I definitely tended to favor certain brands this year. I feel like Gucci, One Size, and Patrick Ta got all of my money in 2021, and I'm not mad at it because some of those products are my new holy grails, and I'm so happy to have all of these products in my collection. So let me know what some of your favorite products were that you purchased from Sephora this year. So I hope that this video helped in some way if you are looking for certain things to add to the cart, or if you just wanted another opinion on something. I hope that you all enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And again, shout out to Leah Janae for posting this video and getting those wheels turning in my brain. Shout out to you, girl, because I really enjoyed this video. But I will check you all in my very next video, which will be tomorrow, okay? Because we're doing Vlogmas. Every day in December is going down. Smooches. Bye.